Sea of Thieves is actually a pretty fun and interesting game. Hold on, don't click away, let me explain. What is happening, guys? Mattmade here, and I got my hands on the Sea of Thieves closed beta. Just wanted to get my thoughts and first impressions of the game. First off, Sea of Thieves is a beautiful game. It has a really interesting and unique design. The scenery is lush and vibrant, and the water is gorgeous and has great physics. The combat is simple and intuitive, and you have a few different weapons at your disposal to fit a litany of situations. There's also a great sense of motion. Whether you're on a boat or on land, your movements are sharp and the controls are quite responsive. You do take fall damage when you fall from a great height. However, in my experience, when I jumped from a high place into the water, I wasn't damaged at all. With this game, you do need to communicate with your fellow crewmates in order to properly steer and maneuver the ship. A lack of communication will result in capsizing and having to either swim back to shore or get eaten by sharks. There are sharks swimming all around and they are tough as hell. I believe you can kill them, however, I haven't had such luck. There are also mermaids that will teleport you back to land, however I haven't been able to figure out if there's a timer until they spawn or if you just have to find their signal flares. The map in Sea of Thieves is huge. Where I've played, each island has its own secrets and some enemies to fight. Traversing each island can be a bit difficult due to constant weather changes and storms, and the storms seem to be rolling through quite constantly. I felt like I was constantly battling the waves and trying not to get struck by lightning and killed. Hopefully the full release tones down the weather so you can explore a bit easier. There is a great sense of exploration and adventure in the game. You can jump off the boat at any time and explore the water, or drop anchor at any island and try to find treasure or kill enemies. However, when you're in the sea, like I said, you have to be really careful because there are sharks everywhere and they pretty much one-hit kill you. The land enemies are pretty easy though. You can do a few swipes of your sword or a few shots of your pistol or sniper rifle and take them out pretty easily. In my opinion, they were just jobbers to give you some type of conflict, some type of pushback, but it would have been better if these enemies are stronger NPCs or even other players that were trying to get the treasures you were trying to get to. However, I understand that since it's a closed beta, they couldn't do that or they didn't want to put that out with a function or feature not completely ready. There is a hilarious mechanic of being able to get drunk off ale though. Doing this makes your character stability horrible and you can barely control where they go. It's a small yet funny feature that'll probably get much more use than what it deserves. The game does have a lot of issues, however. One glaring issue that happened was when I first started the game. When I dropped into the game, there was another player in the tavern with me and the game immediately put me in the audio chat with him. There was no function to simply turn it off, and there was no option before I even dropped in that asked if I wanted audio chat on. Only way I was able to turn it off was setting the chat volume to 0. This could be a problem if they don't change it or if they don't add that feature in to say yes or no, because if a young player or a kid is playing the game and they run into some older players and it drops them right into the audio chat, then that audio chat, they could hear some things that they shouldn't be hearing. They could be hearing foul language or some other explicit things. There also wasn't any type of tutorial when I dropped in. It just dropped me in and I had to go. It didn't tell me what the buttons were. It didn't tell me how to steer the boat or how to use my weapons. It just said, hey, here you go, you're in the game, go have fun. It was a bit odd, but the controls aren't too hard to understand. They're pretty simple and steering the boat is really easy as well. But the game also did feel a bit empty. This may have been due to the fact it was a closed beta, but I seldom ran into people. And when I did run into people, I think I ran into maybe 1 or 2 people max. So there wasn't much to go on or interact with. However, the text chat to say like over here or drop the anchor or raise the sail, the text chat is pretty solid by itself, so you can be clear and concise without actually being in the audio chat with people. But as I said, the game felt really empty otherwise. There were no quests, there were no events that I knew of or could find. It was just me and another guy running around getting treasure and killing zombies or skeletons. Hopefully the full release adds a bunch of quests, a bunch of side missions, a bunch of main missions to really keep your interest occupied and to not allow you to have the chance to feel aimless or lost in the game. Overall, Sea of Thieves is a fun and interesting game that you get the most enjoyment out of when playing with a few friends. Its interesting style and sense of adventure make it a game that I'll be keeping an eye on. So with that being said, let me know what you guys think about Sea of Thieves in the comment section down below. Are you keeping an eye on it? Are you just gonna pass on it? What are your thoughts on it? Strike that subscribe button if you want weekly reviews and daily Let's Plays. This is Mattmade, and I will see you guys next time.